Hi guys, welcome back with another video. So guys, in this video, I'll be talking about some data collection strategy you can follow whenever you are working with large language model. Let's say you want to fine tune your large language model, or let's say you want to train any kinds of large language model from the scratch, right? So for this, definitely you need the data, because we know that LLM is all about data. So here you need massive amount of data. Now where we can get these are the data, I'll try to talk about it. Okay, so there is a possibility, let's say whenever I'm talking about data acquisition. So let me just write here, data acquisitions. Okay, acquisitions, you can also call it as data collection. Okay, it's up to you. So there is a possibility you have available data. Okay, available data. So available data means, let's say you have some files. Let's say you can you might have CSV file, you might have txt file, you might have docs file. Okay, you might have PDF file, then you might have excel sx file. Okay, and so on. So if you have, these are the files available with you, so we can call it as a available data. So if you have the available data, so no need to worry, just try to take the data and try to do some pre-processing and use the data for your training purpose. Okay, and then there is another possibility, you might have other data. Okay, what is other data? Other data means, let's say this data is available in the database, or let's say it is available over the internet. Okay, internet, or let's say it is available inside an API, and you have to use the API and you have to get the data. And you can also scrap the data. Okay, scrap. So scrap means, let's say this data is available over a website, and what you can do, you can perform some web scraping operation and you can scrap the data. Okay, it is also possible. So I'll also show you some demo, okay, how we can scrap the data, whether it's a text data, whether it's a image data. I will also discuss about it, how we can scrap these kinds of data. Okay, now there is another possibility, you have no data. Okay, no data means you don't have any kinds of data. Then that time what to do? Okay, that time what to do, that time you can create your own data. Create your own data. So maybe you can survey. Okay, you can manually collect the data. Otherwise, nowadays I have seen like people are using large language model for generating the data. LLMs is generating the data. Okay, generating data. So you can also utilize large language model for generating synthetic data. Okay, I'll also show you some practical demo, okay, how it can be done. So yes, guys, so these are some actually possibility you will be getting whenever you are doing the data acquisitions. So the first thing, you might have available data. Okay, then second thing, you might have other data, like data is available over the internet APIs, or you have to scrap the data. Then you have the no data, so that time you have to create your own data. Either you can use the large language model to generate your own data. Okay, great. So now let's say whenever we are collecting our own data, so there is a possibility you will be collecting very less amount of data. Let's say here we are following the this particular approach. Okay, we are collecting our own data. So whenever we collected our own data, let's say I need actually, let's say 1000 data just for the demo. Let's say I need 1000 example, and I'm able to collect, let's say 800. Okay, 800 example I'm able to collect. Now what about like remain 200? Okay, remain 200, how I can get this remain 200 data? Okay, for this what I can do, guys, I can use something called data augmentation technique. So there is a concept called data augmentation. Okay, augmentation technique. So in data augmentation technique, what we do, we just try to increase the data. Okay, by referring our original data. So let's say here I'm talking about the textual data, text data. Okay, text data. So text data, actually how I can increase? So there are some actually technique you can follow. Let's say the first technique you can follow, called replace with uh synonyms. Okay, let's say here you have one sentence, I am a data scientist. Okay, so this thing you can convert like that, I am a AI engineer. Okay, so here you can see I have changed this particular term. Okay, but at then meanings are same. Got it? So this is called replace with synonyms. Then you have something called bigram flip. Okay, bigram flip. So what we do inside bigram flip, so let's say here I have a sentence. I am Bappi. Okay, so here what I can do, I can do the flip like that. Bappi is my name. Okay, so then meanings are same. Okay, meanings are same, but you can see I have flipped some bigram. Okay, I have flipped some words. So this is called bigram flip. Okay, then you have something called back translation. Back translation. In back translation, what we do, let's say I have a English data. Okay, English language data. First of all, I will try to convert to the any other language, let's say French. Okay, then what I will do, I will take the French data. Okay, then again I'll try to convert to the English. So here we are doing the back translate. Okay, so if you do the back translate, you will see that some of the words will be changing. Okay, so here you can use this particular approach as well. Then you can also add some additional noise. Add additional noise to your data. Okay, so let's say here I have one sentence called I am a data scientist. Okay, I love to work here. Okay, so here you can see this particular part I have added as a noise to my data. Okay, uh, I've added to the noise to the data. So that's how you can actually do the augmentation and you can increase your data. Okay, I hope it is clear, guys. So yes, these are the actually strategies you can follow whenever you are doing the data acquisitions. And let's see some demo like how we can perform web scraping, how we can generate our synthetic data with the help of LLM. I think, and then this part would be more clear. So yes, guys, this is all about. I hope you got it. Thanks for watching. Hi, guys. Welcome back with another video. So guys, in this video I'm going to show you the web scraping part. Okay, so how we can scrap different kinds of data from any kinds of website. So here I'm going to show you two kinds of scraping. One is like our text data scraping, and another one is our image data scraping. Okay, you can see I have kept two website. So here you can see I have data inside this particular table. So let's say I want to extract all of the data. So how we can perform it. Then there is another one called image. Okay, so you can see this is another website. So here I have different images. Okay, you can see different images are there. So if I need these are the images, so how I can scrap it. Okay, so both example I'm going to show you. I think after that you will be able to scrap any kinds of data. Okay, and see whenever you are doing the fine tuning and whenever you are creating your own data, that time this scrapping is super important because data are available all over the internet. Okay, and if you open any kinds of website, you will see the data. So definitely if you need any kinds of data, so you have to know how we can scrap out the data because they won't be giving you the API. Okay, so for this what are the strategy you have to follow, I'm going to show each and everything. So first of all, let's try to see how we can scrap this table from this particular website itself. So from this I'm going to open up my Google Colab, uh, and let's get a new notebook here. Okay, so here I can name it as text scrapping, and now let's connect the notebook. And to scrap the data, guys, I'm going to use one amazing library from Python called Beautiful Soup. So if you see Beautiful Soup, it is designed for scrapping purpose. So it has actually different functionality. With the help of that, you can easily scrap the data. So first of all, let me import Beautiful Soup. Okay, so here this is my Beautiful Soup. Okay, if you're using Google Colab, you don't need to install it because it is already available. But if you're using local computer, that time you can install it. Okay, it is available in PyPy. Beautiful soup pie pie. Let me show you. See, this is the like beautiful soup package. You have to install like that. Pip install beautiful soup, and you have to import like that from BS4. Import beautiful soup. Okay, and to send the request to this website, I need another package called request. So let me also import that. Now let me import all of them. Now let me define the URL, guys. So this is the URL. You can see I just copied the URL, and here is the URL. Okay, so first of all, we'll try to send the request to the URL, and make sure URL request, okay, the sending, the response should be 200. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to scrap the data. So let me show you the page. Okay, now see, our response is 200. That means we are able to successfully send the request. If it is 404 or any other number, that time actually request is not successful. Okay, they are blocking your let's say request. Okay, so make sure it should be 200 always. Now whatever response I'm getting, guys, I'm going to pass to the beautiful soup. You can see I'm passing it to the beautiful soup, because if I show you the page.text, okay, the page.text, it's a HTML content. So I can come here. Let's say if I do like that, let's say view page source, you'll be able to see that it's a HTML content. Okay, and inside that I have all the data. Let's say whatever table I showed you now here, so all the data are available inside this particular HTML content. From there I have to scrap the data. So guys, how we can do it with the help of this beautiful soup, we can easily perform that. And let's say if I want to only extract this particular table, so how I can let's say navigate to the table. So for this you can go to the inspect and click here. Okay, you can see element, and now you just click here. Okay, let's say I need this particular table. Okay, you can see this table is available here. Inside the table you have all the content. You can see, you can hover. Okay, and this is the table. Okay, you can see this is the table tag. So that's how, guys, I can navigate, and I can extract any kinds of content I want. Let's say I need the second table, so just below there is another table, this one. So maybe you can click here. Okay, you can see I can click here. So this is another table. Okay, that's how this is another table. So this website is having three table here, but I need the first one. Okay, so that's why I'm hovering on top of the first one. Okay, now let's grab the data. So again I will go back here. Now let's say whatever page content I'm getting, I'm passing to the beautiful soup, and this is HTML let's say content. Okay, that's why I'm mentioning it. Now once it is done, now if I show you the soup, you'll see that you got the entire HTML content after refining. Okay, all the HTML content. Great. Now guys, what I will do, I'm going to find the table, because here I showed you all the data are available where into the table section. So let me show you. So I think here in the table section it is available. So yeah, table section. So I have to filter out the table. So what I can do, I can write like that. Uh, find all table. Okay, soup dot find all table. So it will return me all the table you have inside this particular website. Okay, so here how many table we have? So let me show you. We have three table. We have three table, you can see, but I need the first one. Okay, I need the first one. So here I'll try to extract the first one, guys. So let me extract the first one. So this is the first table, guys. Okay, I'm taking the first one. Now if I just show you, so you can see this table is having rank, industry. Okay, let me show you rank, industry, name. Okay, so these are the thing. So that means I'm able to get the first table. Now what I need, guys, I need the um I need the content of the table. So if I show you this class is sorry, this table is present inside this particular class. So let me show you. mm, so you can see table, table tag. Where is the table tag? Yeah, so you can see, guys, this class table tag class is wiki table, sortable. Okay, this particular class it is available. So what I will do, I'll only try to extract this particular class. So here I can write like that. So soup.find table wiki table sortable. Okay, now you can ask me why not this particular line. So here some more content was available. The table. uh, jQuery table sorter. Okay, so this thing you don't need to give, only you just need to give the first one. Okay, this one. Now if I execute, now see guys, I'm getting the table. Now what I need guys, I will first of all store the table inside a variable, the first table, then I will do all the operations. Okay, so this is my first table. So here first of all let's try to find all the titles. Okay, all the title name. Now if I show you, the title is available here. Hmm. So title is available in the th tag. Okay, you can see th tag, all the titles are available: name, industry, revenue, okay, employee, and so on. So let me extract all of the title. So here I will give th, that means the title, so it will give me the title. Okay, I'm getting all the title, but here some tags are coming. I don't need the tags, so I will do some cleaning operation. So this particular code will try to clean. I'm doing the strip operation. Now if I show you, after that you will only get the table name, sorry, the column name. Okay, this one. Now with the help of that I'll try to create a pandas empty data frame, because later on I will insert the data. Okay, after extracting, after scrapping all the data. Now let me create a empty table. Okay, with the help of this column name. Now this is our empty table. Okay, now here what I need guys, because if I show you here, so let's say I need, these are the row. Okay, and where it is available in the, you can say td tags. Okay, in the td tags it is available. Td means it's a table data. Okay, you can see it's a table data. Okay, all the table data it is available. So what I can do, I can extract the td tags, that means the table data, and I can run a for loop, because here I have multiple rows, right? So it will go through all the rows and it will extract all of the data and it will insert one by one to the empty table. Okay, for this I have written a for loop here. So guys, this is the for loop I have written, you can see. So here what I will do, okay, the first thing I have to take the column data. Okay, row wise. So here I show you, it is available in the tr tags. Okay, if I see, let's say if I click here, so this data is available in the row. Okay, this is the first row. Okay, this is the first row, then this is the second row. That's how you can see the tr tags, right? Tr means table row. First of all I have to take all the row. So how to do it? So here I can call like that, table.find tr, so it will give me all the table row. Let me show you, all the table row you'll be getting. Okay, now we'll try to loop through the row and we'll try to extract the table data. Okay, and the data I'll be getting, we'll try to do the stripe operation, because some tags would be there. Then we'll try to insert to the empty table. Okay, now let me execute. Done. Okay, now if I show you my df, now see guys, my data has been stored to my empty data frame. Now easily I can save this data as a csv file. Okay, so let's say compile.csv. Now if I save, now see, you have successfully saved the csv file here. Okay, now if I open it up, see, this is your data. So guys, that's how we can do the web scraping operation if we want to scrap any kinds of text data. Okay, now we can use this particular data for your fine-tuning purpose. Now let's try to see how we can scrap these kinds of image data. Okay, let's say whenever you have the image data, how we can scrap it. So for this, what I can do, I can create another collab file, or maybe instead of creating multiple collab file, I can do in the same collab file. Okay, that would be fine. So this was the text scrapping. Let me comment here. Now we'll try to scrap the image data. Image data scraping. Okay. Hmm. So for image data scraping, I'm going to use this website. Okay. So here you have different images. So let's try to scrap the data, and same process. Okay. The process I showed you, same process you have to use. So again, let's import some necessary library. So I need, guys, these are the library operating system request. Okay, beautiful soup again I'm going to use, and URL join from URL lib. So voice I need to create the folder, because in the folder I'm going to scrap all the images. Request for sending the request to the URL. Beautiful soup for all the, let's say, refining and let's say to get the response from the website. And this URL parse, because I want to join the image URL, so that's why I need that particular function. So now here let's write a function. So I'm going to name it as scrap images. Okay, so it will take the URL and it will take the folder name. So in which folder you want to save those images. Okay, folder name is equal to, let's say I'm going to define as downloaded underscore images. This is my folder name. Okay, now inside that first of all we'll try to create the folder. So with the help of operating system I can easily create make directories folder. It will be created. If it is exist, it won't be creating. Okay, so once it is done, I'm going to send the request to the URL. Okay, the URL user will assign. I'll try to send the request. Okay, now let me define the URL here. So here what I can do, let's say this is our URL. So what I did, I copied the entire URL. Okay, and here I pasted it. Now this should be scrap images. Okay, now see if I execute and if I print the soup, see it will give you the HTML content. Okay, now if I show you, so if I go to the view page sources, see this is the HTML content, and here you have all the image URL. Okay, so these are the image URL I have to at the end download. Got it? Now if I want to navigate to the image, so what I can do, I can do the inspect, and now I can activate it. Now let's say I want to see this image. So see this image is available here, okay, in this particular image tag, and this is the URL of the image. Okay, so again I'll be following the same approach to scrap the image. So let's come here. So what I will do, so after getting the response, I'm going to find all the image tags. Okay, soup.find image. Okay, so it will return me all the images, and how many images I got here. So let me execute. So total 26 image I got. Okay, in this particular page. Then after that we'll try to make a for loop. Okay, let me show you what this for loop will do. Very simple code. See, so here I make a counter, then I'm running a for loop. So it will go through all the image tags. Okay, then it will scrap the image. That means if I show you, this URL is available in the source src. You can see src. So I'm scrapping all the src. Then I'm checking if it is not an image URL, then continue. And if it is a image URL, so first of all it will make the URL. Okay, URL plus your image URL. Then after that it will download the URL. Okay, you can see request.get full URL. It will get the content. After that I'm saving that particular image, okay, inside the folder. I'm taking the name, then I'm saving inside the folder. Then you can see I'm saving the image. First of all I'm making the path of the image, then I'm saving to the folder, okay, with the pub with open. Then I'm increasing the counter. That means it will run 26 times. That means how many images you have in the website, it will run that many of time. Then I'm printing a message downloaded images. Then if any exception is going on, I'm also raising the exception, because I'm running everything in the try except block. Okay, now after downloading all the images, I'm showing you total number of image count. Now if I execute, see it will download all the images from the website. See, it is downloading one by one. Done. Now if I come here, if I go to the folder, now see all the images it has downloaded from the website. Okay, amazing, right? All with the high resolution image it has downloaded. Now we can use these are the data for training our LLM. Okay, So yes, now you can use any kinds of website, guys, and you can scrap the data. Okay. So yes, guys, this was the scrapping part. I hope you got it, and that's how you can scrap. And make sure, guys, you are getting 200 response whenever you are doing the scrap operation. So all the resources I'm going to share, you can also try. With that, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.
So guys, as you can see, this is the notebook I already prepared. So here you can see I'm using one dataset from Kaggle. So let me open the link. This is the link. So the dataset name is IMDb dataset, and it is having actually 50k movie reviews. Okay, 50k actually movie reviews. If you are already from, let's say, machine learning, deep learning background, I think you know about this dataset, right? It's like very common dataset. And why I took this particular dataset, because in this dataset you will see there are so many actually unnecessary text. Okay, because it's a movie review. So what they did, actually they extracted, they scrapped this data from the IMDb website. If you don't know, this is the IMDb website, IMDb. So in this website you will see all the movies reviews and rating. And what they did, actually they published this dataset in the Kaggle website, so that if anyone is working in the field of, let's say, generative AI or natural language processing, they can use the dataset. Now here what you just need to do, you just need to download this data. Okay, it's around I think 27 MB. Just click on download button, it will download. Okay, so I already downloaded this dataset, so it is available inside my download folder. So I'm going to upload in my Colab notebook. So here, first of all, what you have to do, you have to connect this particular notebook. So there is a connect button, just try to connect. And no need to worry, I will also share this notebook link in the resources section. From there you can open it up. So my notebook is connected. So first of all, let's import some of the library. First of all, I need something called pandas, because if you see the data, it's a CSV data. Okay, it's a CSV data. So let me upload and let me show you. So if you want to upload anything in the Google Drive, just try to right click and there is an upload button. Click on upload and try to upload this data here. Now see, it's a CSV file. Okay, and if I want to load any kinds of CSV file, JSON file, or let's say Excel file, whatever file, you can use the pandas package for that. So you can see my dataset is uploaded. Now if I want to load the dataset, what I have to do, I have to assign the path. And see, you don't need to execute this at the code, because this code I have added. Let's say if your dataset is available in your Google Drive, that time what you have to do, you have to mount your Google Drive. First of all, mount means you will be connecting with your Google Drive, then we'll be relocating the folder. Okay, like inside which folder you kept your data. Okay, with the help of cd command. Cd means change directory. Okay, then after that, what you will do, you will assign the data path. But here I haven't kept my data inside my Google Drive, I kept inside my Colab. Actually you can see drive. This is the Colab disk I am using. Here you will get around 74 GB of space. So here you also can keep your data. So I don't need to execute this code. What I will do, I'll just go below, and if I check my current working directory, that means pwd, you will see I'm inside content. Content means this is the directory right now. Now here I'll just simply define my data path. So I'll copy the path, copy, and let me paste it here. Okay, that's it. Now let me execute. Now see, if I now load the data, pd.read CSV I'm doing. So now see, it will load the data. See, it has loaded the data. If you want to see the shape of the data, this is the shape. Okay, you have around 50k actually movies reviews in this particular CSV file, and two columns means one is the reviews column, another is like the sentiment column. Okay, sentiment means whether it's a positive sentiment, whether it's a negative sentiment. This kinds of sentiment you will get here. I hope it is clear. Now see, here I'm having 50k movie reviews, but here I'm not going to use all the reviews. Here I'm going to show you the demo, like how we can perform the text pre-processing. And if I'm taking all the 50k reviews, so it will take like lots of time to process those at the text. So what I will do, I'll only take the 100 example. Okay, the first 100 example I'll be taking, and on top of that I will perform all the text processing task, right? So this is the code you can execute. So it will load 100 example. Now if I show you the shape, see, now we are having 100 example and only 2 columns. Fine. Now if I want to show you the data, see, this is the data. So first thing we'll be learning how we can perform the lowercase operation. And why lowercase is important, I already explained here. I think you remember. Let's say if one of the name is containing uppercase character, it will consider these are actually separate name. Okay, these are actually separate entity. That is the idea. So that's how we have to bring everything in a lowercase character. So that's how you have to apply this lower operation. And how to perform lower operation, I think you already know. In Python we are having a function called lower. With the help of lower also we can do it, right? Now see here, let me show you one example. Let's say I'm taking the reviews 3. So here I'm taking the three number rows. This is the 3 number rows. Now you can see some of the Character is uppercase character here. So this is uppercase, this is uppercase. Okay, so that's how actually you will see different uppercase character would be there. Now if I want to make them lowercase, what I have to do, first of all I have to select my column, like in which column you have to apply the lower function. I have to apply on top of my review column. Now first of all I'm converting everything to the string. Okay, string data type, then I'm applying the lower, because lower is a string method. Okay, lower is a string method, I think you already know that. Then whatever changes actually I'm doing, I'm saving inside my column. That means I'm just doing the permanent change, okay, inside my column. So that's why I've given a review again. That is the idea. Now if I execute, now see, if I show you the data, now see guys, all the character has become lowercase right now. Now if I want to show you the, now if I again execute that review 3, you will see that all the character has converted to the lowercase character. Okay, that is the idea. Now the next thing we'll be learning how we can handle the HTML tags. That means how we can remove the HTML tags. For this, here I have written a function. Here I'm using something called regular expression, regex. Okay, so inside regex you can give a pattern. That's, let's say here you are giving a pattern. If you are getting this kinds of symbol, okay, if you are getting this kinds of symbol, it's a like HTML tag. You have to remove those HTML tags and you have to replace with empty. Okay, empty string. That is the idea. Now this is the function we can use. Now if I execute, now let's say this is a one text I have prepared. You can see in this text actually we are having lots of HTML tags. Now if I pass this particular text to my function, see, it will automatically remove all the tags. Now see, I'm only getting the text, okay, relevant text. That is the idea. So this notebook I prepared in a such a way so that you can use it as a template. Let's say whenever you need anything, any kinds of functionality, you can come here, you can copy those function. So please try to keep this particular notebook with you, because this is going to help you a lot. Okay, whenever you'll be developing the projects, this is going to help you a lot. Now if you want to apply on top of the entire data set, again just call this column name, let's say review column. Okay, and there is a function called apply, and inside that just try to pass this function. Okay, apply function takes actually one function object. Now here I'm giving the function object. So what it will do, it will try to apply this particular function on top of the entire rows you are having in your data set. Okay, now see, if I execute, and the changes actually I'm doing, I'm saving everything permanent. Okay, now let me execute. Now if I show you any kinds of random, let's say rows, now you'll see all the now let's see if I also show you 7, okay, 7 number rows. Now just try to see, there is no HTML tags in this particular text. You can pick up any kinds of, let's say index. So let's say if I show you the 10, nowhere you will see the HTML tags here. Now we'll be learning how we can remove actually URL. Let's say if you are having some URL in the text, how we can remove it. For this again I'm using regular expression, and there is a pattern I have given. If you are getting this kinds of, let's say a word HTTP then slash then www, that means it is a URL and you have to remove the URL with the empty string. Okay, this is the function. Now let me execute. Now here I have just mentioned some of the URL. So this is my YouTube channel URL, this is my LinkedIn URL, and google.com and kaggle.com. Okay, now these are the text I have prepared one by one. Now let's say if I'm passing any kinds of text inside my remove URL function, it will remove that URL. Let me show you. See, I'm giving the text to, that means my LinkedIn URL. Now you can see, check out my LinkedIn. I hope it is clear. See, again I'm telling you, it's not a mandatory things. Let's say you need URL in your data. At that time you can keep it. Let's say you need actually HTML tags, you can keep it. But if you don't need it, you can remove it. Because I already told you, nowadays actually we are having advanced generative AI application. It also supports all kinds of text like emojis, HTML, okay, everything it supports. So if you are creating these kinds of advanced, let's say, application, that time you need these are the data. You don't need to remove it. Okay, but sometimes actually you also need to remove this data set. So that's why I'm showing you how we can remove it. And if you want to keep it, you can also keep it. It's up to you. Okay, you have to decide based on your project architecture at that time. This is the idea. Now we'll be learning how we can handle the punctuation. So if you want to see the punctuation, so there is a string package you can use. Now if you just write string.punctuation, you will see all kinds of punctuations are available. Now what I have done, I just stored these are the punctuation in a variable called exclude. Now here I have written a function. Okay, here I have written a function called remove punctuation, and here I have written a for loop. So I'm just looping through this punctuation one by one, and user is giving the text, and I'm just checking whether if there is any punctuation. Okay, I'm just replacing with the empty string. Now let me show you how it will work. Now let's say this is one text string with punctuation. You can see there are so many punctuation I have assigned. Now if I pass this particular text to my punctuation functions, it will remove the punctuation. Now see, there is no punctuation right now. Even I'm also calculating the time, like how much time it is taking to remove the punctuation, because there is another way you can follow to remove the punctuation. I'll tell you how you can do it. See, this is the function, guys. So here you can use something called text.translate. Inside that, just try to use this particular function. Okay, make translate, and inside that, just try to mention the punctuation. So what it will do, it will take your text and it will remove all the punctuation. So this is another approach. Now see, if I calculate the time of this function, you will see that this is the time. That means this function is taking less time than your this function, because here you are using one for loop, and for loop has the linear time complexity. I think you know that. If you are familiar with DSA concept, I think you know that it is having linear time complexity. Okay, so this particular approach is good. So let's say if you are applying this particular logic on top of 50k data set, just try to think how much time it will take, this for loop. And in other hand, if you are using this particular method, it will take very less time to perform the operation. Now if you want to see the time difference, you can also see the time difference. Now if I show you my text, now see, inside this text actually I'm having lots of punctuation. Now what I will do, I will use my remove function one, that means this particular function, and inside that I'm going to pass my entire review. Now see, it will remove the punctuation. Okay, see, all the punctuation has been removed. Now you can also pass the entire data like that. You can also pass the entire data. It will remove all the punctuation inside your entire data. Now we'll be learning how we can handle the chat conversation. See, sometimes whenever we perform the chatting operation, we give like lots of shortcut. Let's say if I want to write as far as I know, what you will give? You will give AFAIK. Then let's say away from keyboard, AFK. Then as soon as possible, ASAP. That's how we use lots of chat keyword. Okay, we use lots of chat shortcut keyword. Okay, here I have listed down some of them. You can see for your information, FYI. So that's how I have listed all the chat conversation short word. Now let's say you are working with actually social media dataset. In the social media dataset, you will see these kinds of data a lot. People will be using short form. Okay, short form. So how we can handle this particular short form? For this, first of all, try to create a dictionary like that. The entire dictionary you have to create. Then after that, here I've written a function. So this is the function chat conversation handle. So inside that, I'm just taking the text. Okay, I'm just taking the text and I'm checking. And inside that, with the help of this for loop, I'm checking if we are having these kinds of word. Okay, if you're having these kinds of word, what we're doing, we're just mapping with the value. That means, let's say, if anyone having actually this particular, let's say, a shortcut word, let's say FYI. What I will do, instead of FYI, I will just return for your information, because this is a dictionary. If I want to get the value, I want to call the key. Okay, that's how we are mapping. Now see, if I execute the program, now let's say here we are giving a short message. Do this work ASAP. Now see, it will return me do this work as soon as possible. Okay, because here it is coming here and it is mapping and it is giving me this value. Okay, this is the idea. Now let me see how we can handle the incorrect text. Let's say sometimes what happens whenever you are using real-time data, there would be lots of spelling mistake, right? Let's say this is one example, certain, so certain spelling is not correct, then condition spelling is not correct. That's how you'll see different word is having the spelling mistake. So how to handle this spelling mistake? For this, you have to use one package called text blob. So let me import this text blob. And now see, here I'm having my incorrect text. Now if I pass this incorrect text to my text blob, and if I call this particular function called correct, now see, it will handle everything. Now see, certain conditions during several, see, all the word has been corrected. So this is one amazing package you can use if you want to handle the spelling. Okay, spelling of any word. Now the next thing we'll be learning how we can handle the stop words. So inside English language, not only English language, inside all kinds of language, we're having some stop words. Okay, now here we're working with the English language. So let me show you some English related stop words. For this, I will be importing stop words from the NLTK. NLTK is nothing but it's a natural language toolkit library. So with the help of NLP also, you can perform lots of NLP related tasks. So here you can see I'm importing the stop word. So here I'm performing nltk.download. It will download all the stop words from the internet. Now see if I click this cell, it will download the stop words. Now if you want to list down all the stop words, you can just write stop words dot words, and here you can specify the language. So here I'm working with the English language. So here I've given the English. Let's say you are working with Hindi, Bengali, you can give that language also. It will give you the stop word related that language. So you can see the documentation of NLTK. We'll see that how we can pass the parameter here. Now see, these are the words we are having inside English. So this is called stop word. So this word doesn't have any kinds of meaning, okay, in a sentence. Okay, we use it to represent one sentence, but there is no meaning. So let me show you why I'm telling there is no meaning. Let's see, if you want to perform sentiment analysis. So let's say there is one review we are having. So let me just write, this movie is awesome. I loved it. Now just try to see here, you are having some stop word, right? Like is there, this is there, I is there, it is there, right? But if I want to get the sentiment of this particular let's say reviews, I can see movies is required, awesome is required, loved is required. Now if I'm getting these kinds of word, actually this kinds of positive word, that means it's a positive sentiment. Okay, it's a positive sentiment, yes or no, right? So here actually I don't need these are the stop word. Okay, I don't need this as the stop word to understand whether this particular reviews is a positive or negative. And if you're using these are the stop word in the sentence, what will happen whenever you will perform the text vectorization? It will make actually extra dimension. Okay, it will make the extra dimension in the data. And whenever it is making the extra dimension, that means if dimension is increasing, that time your model might get difficulties, right? Because we know that there is a concept of curves of dimensionality. So we always need to reduce the dimensionality somehow. I think you have learned in your machine learning. Okay, machine learning, let's say, topic. So that is why we don't need these are the stop words. So we have to remove this particular stop word sometimes. And sometimes actually we have to also keep it. So these are the stop word, guys, you saw. Now let me show you the length. So around we are having 179 stop words present inside English. Now here I've written a function. So this function will remove the stop words from a text. Now let me show you. Let's say this is a text I have given. So inside that you can see different stop words are there. Now if I pass to my function, so see, now see, there is no stop word in this particular text right now. Okay, that's how you can use this particular function. Now again, this is my data. And if I want to apply on top of my entire reviews, I can do it. I can use the apply function and I can pass my function object, remove stop words. And if you want to store permanently, what you can do, you can write this code. Okay, df reviews is equal to df reviews apply stop words. Okay, it will save everything permanent, but I don't want to save it permanent as of now because I'm showing you as a demo. If you want to do the permanent, you can do it. So now guys, I think it is clear how we can remove the stop words. Now the next thing we'll be learning how to handle the emoji. Okay, see, emoji is nothing but it's a Unicode actually character. Okay, if I show you, if you just write emoji Unicode, you will see different Unicodes of different emojis. So let me open it up. See, here we are having different emojis. Based on that, we are having the Unicode. Okay, Unicode character. Okay, Unicode character. So that's why I just collected some of the Unicode character, like for the emotions emojis, symbols, then pictographs. Then we're having transport, map, symbol, flag. Okay, so these are the emojis related Unicode I collected here, and I just written a function. Okay. And again, I'm using the regular expression. So here I'm telling if you are getting this kinds of Unicode in a sentence, that means it's an emoji. So what you have to do, you have to remove those emoji with the empty space. Okay, now let me show you. So let's say this is one text I'm giving. Love the movie, it was flying kiss. Okay, now see if I pass this particular text, now see it will remove the emojis automatically. Now this is the next one. Now see only Lamo is coming. Now sometimes actually I told you emojis are required. Because let's say I told you in the chat GPT example. So if you pass any kinds of emoji to the chat GPT, it will also able to understand, okay, what you are trying to say. Let's say if I pass any kinds of emoji here, let's say I'll give this emoji. Hey there, what's on your mind today? See, it is trying to understand my feelings, right? Now, if I want to handle these kinds of situations, what I have to do, I have to keep the emoji. That time what I can do, I can extract the meaning of the emoji. So for this, I can use one library called Emoji. Okay, now let me show you. First of all, you have to install it. Now just import the emoji, and inside emoji you are having one method called demojize. Okay, now inside that just try to pass the text Python is fire. I'm giving the fire emoji. Now see, it will automatically convert to the word Python is fire. Okay, that means it is trying to extract the meaning of that particular emoji right now. I hope you cleared. So that's how whenever you are passing any kinds of emoji as an input to the chat GPT, it is trying to convert this emoji to the word and is trying to understand what you are trying to say. Now there is another example I have given. I love this movie, it was flying kiss. See, love this movie, it was face blowing a kiss. Now we'll be understanding the tokenization. I told you we are having two kinds of tokenization, sentence level tokenization and word level tokenization. So let's try to see. See, if you want to perform the tokenization, directly you can use the split function, because the split also will give you the individual word in a list. See, if I have one sentence, now if I perform the split operation, see, I'm getting actually individual word. So with the help of split also you can perform the tokenization. So similar wise, you can also do the sentence level tokenization. This is the word level tokenization. Now for this, you have to mention this particular full stop sign. So whenever it is getting the full stop, that means this is one sentence. Okay. Now see if I execute. So here I'm having 3 sentences. So I am going to Delhi. I will stay there for 3 days. Let's hope the trip to be great. Okay, see, 3 sentence I'm getting. So this is called sentence level tokenization. So again, some of the example with the split function. Now with the help of regular expression, you can also do the tokenizations. So this is one example I kept with the regular expression. So here is my sentence and it will give you the individual word. This is the sentence level tokenization. Okay. And this is the pattern for the word level. This is the pattern for the sentence level. Okay. This is the idea. Now you can also use something called NLTK. Okay. That means Natural Language Toolkit Library for the tokenization as well. Inside that, we are having two actually function word level tokenizer and sentence level tokenizer. Now let me, and if you want to perform the tokenization, you have to download this particular thing called PUNKT. Okay. This particular thing you have to download. Okay. Now see, here is my sentence and I want to perform word level tokenization. I will pass this. So it will give me the word level tokenization. So automatically this function will handle. Now if you want to perform sentence level tokenization, you can use send tokenizer. Okay. From here. And you are getting the sentence level tokenization. Okay. So again, some of the example you can try, I have given. And I created this notebook in a such a way you can use it as a template. I already told you. I have written like the function wise, right? If you need any kinds of, let's say, cleanup technique, you can copy from here and you can use it in your code. That's the idea. Now there is another package you can use called Spacey. With the help of Spacey, also you can perform the tokenization. Fine. So you can explore this part. Now let me go to the schema. Okay. I already told you what is schema. Schema means you are trying to bring the different word in a root form. That means, let's say you are having play, playing, played. So what you will do, you will apply schema and you will just try to convert it is to the, and you'll just try to convert to the root word, that means play, right? Because it is meaning the same, okay, in a sentence. So now let me show you. So inside NLTK, we are having this streamer, porter streamer. Now we are importing porter streamer and here we have created a function stream word. So whenever you will give any kinds of, let's say, sentence, it will perform the streaming operation. Now see, here I'm giving works, walking, work. Now if I give this particular sentence, it will give me the root form. That means work, and all. Okay. Now see, here I kept one sentence. So this is the entire sentence you can see. Now I want to perform streaming operation on top of the sentence. So I'm using my function inside that. I'm passing the sentence. Now see, it will give me the streaming word right now. Now see, probably it has been probable. Okay, probable. That's why I told you streaming is not readable. Sometimes you will get some kinds of word, it's not readable. But your model will try to understand. Okay. But as a human, it's not readable. See, favorite has been converted to favorite right now. Okay. So in case actually what you can do, you can use something called lemmatization. Okay. Lemmatization will handle this kinds of situation. It will give you a readable word actually. Now see, this is the lemmatization code. So it is available inside NLTK. I'm importing the lemmatization, initializing the lemmatization. And if you want to use lemmatization, you have to download these at the things, WordNet and OMW. And now if I execute this code, you will see that it will give you the lemmatization for all the words. See, so this is the word, this is the lemmatization, this is the word, this is the lemmatization. Now see, it's readable. Okay, it's readable than your streaming one. I hope it is clear. Fine. So that's why I just written streaming and lemmatization are same to retrieve root words, but lemmatization is worked good, lemmatization is slow, and streaming is fast, because lemmatization will give you the readable output. That's why it's a little bit slow than your streaming. Okay, I hope it is clear. So yes, these are the technique you can follow for the text pre-processing. If you are having any kinds of text, you can perform text pre-processing with the help of these are the technique. You can clean up your text. Okay, and again I'm telling you, it's not required to perform all the text cleaning technique. Sometimes if you need anything, just try to keep it as it is. That is the idea. Fine.
So guys, in this video, we'll try to understand what is chunking exactly and why it is required, and some chunking strategy I'm going to also show you. I'll also show you the practical implementation of chunking so that your understanding will be clear. So first of all, let's try to understand what is chunking exactly. See, I think you know that whatever large language model you are using, LLM, it has one input limit. Okay, input token limit. I can write input token limit. Okay, if you go to like any kinds of model, you will see the documentation, you will see that it has some input token limit. Okay, let's say one model is having input token limit is equal to 4096 token it can take, okay, at a time. And let's say whenever you are working with custom data, mostly in RAG, retrieval augmented generation, will be also working with that, okay, going forward. So in RAG, what happens, we'll try to use our custom data. And let's say I have one txt file. So after extracting all the data from the txt file, let's say my token size is 8096. So definitely it is bigger than, okay, it is bigger than your model token, model input token, right? So definitely we'll getting the input error, okay, from your model. So to prevent this kinds of issue, we use something called this one, chunking. Okay, we use something called chunking. Okay, chunking. So how chunking works for this? Let's copy our text. So I'll come here. So let's copy a text. I'll just write, let's say, Python. Let's copy something from here. And I'll come here. I'll try to paste it. Okay. So here, what I will do, so what happens, let's say chunking, there are two parameter. One is the chunk size. Okay, another one is chunk overlap. Okay, so let's say chunk size is equal to 1000 and chunk overlap is equal to 200. Okay, so whenever it will start the chunking, so first of all it will start from here. It will count 1000 tokens. Okay, let's say 1000 tokens ends here. So this is going to be your first chunks. Okay, then it will get the second chunks, but the chunks overlap is 200, so it will get back 200 word back, like that. Let's say 200 words ends here. Then it will again, it will count 1000 tokens. Let's say 1000 tokens ends here. So this is going to be your second chunks. Okay, so that's how again another chunk will start. Again it will go back 200 tokens. Then let's say it will ends here. Okay, 1000 tokens. So it is going to be your third chunks. Okay, that's how it will be creating multiple chunks. Okay, now to the model. Okay, to the model, instead of giving the entire document at a time, you'll be passing the chunks one by one. Okay, you'll be passing the chunks, first of all first chunk, second chunks, and third chunks. Okay, that's how you can reduce the chunks, I mean input limit error. Okay, so I think this part is clear. Okay, why chunking is important. So now let's try to see how we can perform the chunking with the help of LangChain. So for this I'm going to show you one practical. So guys, you can see this is the practical, and guys, this chunking strategy, it is the component of a RAG. Okay, whenever we'll try to develop the RAG, that time actually we'll be using that. So first of all, let's load the OpenAI API key. I'm using OpenAI model for that. And here in the data folder, I have one file called bgood.txt. Inside that, I have some data. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the entire data, guys. Okay, yeah, it's a bigger actually documents, you can see. So if you count all the tokens, it would be like more than your model limit. Okay, so that's why first of all, let's try to load with the help of text loader with the help of LangChain. Okay, we have loaded. Now you can see this is the entire documents. Now if you want to see the page content, this is the page content. Now we are having two kinds of chunking strategy. The first one is character text splitter, and the second one is recursive character text splitter. First of all, try to see the character text splitter. Okay, so it will try to do the chunking operation based on the new line. Okay, whenever it will get the new line, that time it will do the chunking operations. And here we have given the chunk size and chunks overlap. Okay, I think I showed you what is chunk size and chunks overlap. Okay, now let me initialize. Okay, now here let's say this is our documents. In that documents we have loaded. Now we have to pass inside this particular object. Now if I execute, now see it has created the chunks. So it has created two chunks actually. Okay, if my chunk size is 1000, so it has created two chunks. So if you see one of the chunks, so this is the chunks. Okay, now I can pass these documents to my model. Okay, now let's try to see the recursive character text splitter. So you can see it will do the chunking recursively. Okay, so you can see this is the objects I have created, and again chunk size and chunks overlap. Now if I do the split operation, now see multiple chunks I got because I have given very small chunk size. Now if I show you the length of the chunks, okay, here you got 815 chunks. Okay, you got. So guys, that's how we can perform the chunking, and these are the chunking strategy we have inside LangChain. And all the code I will share, you can also try from your side. So thank you so much. Hi guys, in this video we'll try to see how we can generate the embeddings, because you know that whatever data we have, this is a raw data, and we can pass directly to the LLM. Okay, for this we have to convert it to the numbers. Okay, that means to the vector. And we also use something called vector database, and we also store these are the vector to the vector database. Okay, so for this we have to convert this text to the embedding. So I'll show you one demo how it can be done. So here again I'll be using LangChain. So here I'm using OpenAI embedding model. Okay, with the help of OpenAI embedding model, what I will do, I'll just try to generate the vector embedding. So let me import first of all this OpenAI embedding from the LangChain OpenAI. Now let's say these are my documents. Okay, English text. You can use your own documents. You can load your custom, let's say TXT file or PDF file. I think I already showed you. Okay, how to load it. Now let's define this particular text. Now I will pass this particular data to my embedding documents. Okay, that means to the embedding model. There is a function called embed documents. Now if I execute, I'll see that your data would be converted to the numbers. Let me show you. It's executing. Now if I show you, see, this is your vector embeddings. Okay, now these embeddings I can store to the vector database. So you can see the length, even you can see the, okay, some of the vectors. Got it. So these embeddings actually now I can store to the vector database. In the next video I'll show you how we can store to the vector database, how we can create our private knowledge base, okay, with the help of that. So yes guys, this is the demo of the embeddings. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much. So guys, in this video we'll try to see how we can build our private knowledge base with the help of vector database. So here again I'm using LangChain guys. So first of all I'm importing the data loader, then OpenAI embedding I need to generate the embeddings, then I need a splitter because I have to do the chunking operations, and I'm using ChromaDB vector database. So in the data folder I have one file, you can see called state of the union. Okay, this file. So we'll try to create the knowledge base on top of that. Okay, so let's try to do it. So here first of all I'm loading the documents, then I'm doing the chunking operation because I told you why chunking is required. Here chunk size is 1000 and chunks overlap I have given 0. Okay, so here I've done the split documents operation. Now if I see, I have 42 chunks, okay, in total. Now we'll be creating the knowledge base. For this we'll be using ChromaDB vector database, and it's a local vector database. I think I already showed you the ChromaDB example. Okay, now we are doing the from documents, and inside that we are passing the chunks and we are passing the embedding model. Okay, and this example I already showed you. I already explained in my ChromaDB session why chunking is important. Okay, everything I already explained there. Now this has created my vector database. Okay, you can see it has created one object, okay, in my local instance. Now here you can do two kinds of search operation. One is similarity search and another is retriever. So first of all let's try to do the similarity search operation. So here let's say this is my question: did the president say about the John Lewis Voting Rights Act? Because if you see the documents, we are having the content related that. Then we are doing the similarity search operation. We are passing the question. Okay, now it will return you the similar kinds of response, similar kinds of answer. Okay, see, it is not giving you any kinds of reference. But if I'm talking about retriever, okay, so retriever, what it returns, let me show you another demo. So first of all let's load the documents, then again we are loading the, you can say, content. We are doing the chunking, we are performing the splitter, we are loading the embedding model, and now we are using Fire's vector database for the embeddings. Okay, for the knowledge base. Now this is our vector database object. Okay, here I got one error, so I have to install Fire CPU. So let me do it. So here I already kept the requirement.txt file. Okay, you can install. So you can also add the Fire CPU there. Done. Now again re-execute. Okay, now this is my vector object. Now we are getting the retriever. Okay, and search keyword is equal to 3. That means it will return 3 relevant response. Okay, now this is the question I'm asking: what did he say about the Ketanji Brown's action? So see, it is returning 3 relevant answer with the source, okay, with the help of meta source as well. So this is the difference. So here in the similarity search, you are only getting the similarity, let's say, response, and you are also getting the meta source, okay, like which file it is suggesting, okay, and the page content as well. Okay, everything it is returning. Okay, you can see total 3 response you are getting. If it is 4, so it will return you 4 response that time. Okay, C4 response that time. Okay, so that's how guys we can create our private knowledge base. Thank you so much. So guys, so far we have seen how we can do the data acquisitions. I already showed you one practical demo of web scraping. Even I also showed you how we can pre-process the data. So now I will show you how we can generate the synthetic data with the help of large language model. Okay, so for this let's open up Google Colab. So here let's get a new notebook. So here I'm going to name okay, so LLMs to generate synthetic data. Okay, so this is the name. Now let's connect the notebook. Yeah, so first of all, here I'm going to install OpenAI. You can use any kinds of large language model. Okay, I'm going to use OpenAI for that. You can use Mistral, Falcon. Okay, you can use Gemini. Okay, it's up to you. So let's install the OpenAI here. So this is the command. Let me install. Then after that, we'll try to import the OpenAI. Then I will also import the operating system. Then I need pandas. Then I need string IO. So from IO, import string IO. Okay. So now what I will do guys, I'm going to set my OpenAI API key. So for this, just write OpenAI underscore API key is equal to. So let me pass my API key guys. Yeah, so this is my API key, you can see. So once my API key is set, so now we'll be writing a prompt. So here we'll be generating one sentiment analysis data. You can generate any kinds of data. Okay, you just only need to assign the prompt. So here I prepared a prompt. So this is the prompt guys, generate 10 rows of synthetic data for sentiment classification. Each row should have the two columns text, a sentence and the label positive or negative sentiment. Return the data as a CSV format with the headers, okay, text and labels. Now here just for demo purpose I'm generating 10 rows, but whenever you are generating for your actual task you can generate okay as much as you can. So this is our prompt guys, I have prepared. Now what I will do guys, I'll try to initialize my model. Okay, so let me just do it. So response is equal to OpenAI dot chat completion dot create. Okay, so inside that first of all we'll try to initialize the model. So here I'm going to use GPT-4 model, GPT-4. Then I'm going to initialize the message. So here just let me define the role, user. So user will pass the prompt, so it will be available in the content, which is nothing but my prompt. Okay, all right, so I think it is fine. Now let me give the temperature parameter. This is the creativity parameter, I think you already know that. Temperature temperatures is equal to, let's say I'll give 0.7. I want some creativity because we are generating the data. Okay, now let's initialize the model. Okay, so now what I will do guys, I'll try to take the data. So let's get a variable csv underscore text is equal to, from the response itself I'll try to extract the data. So from response choice I'll be taking the first index and messages content. Okay, yeah, so here you have the actual response from the LLM. Now once you got the CSV text, okay, so it is giving one error because it should be choices. Okay, not choice. I think it should work. Yeah, now let me show you the output. So this is the output, guys, I got. So what we have to do, we have to convert this thing to the pandas data frame. So let's do it. So df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. Inside that I'm going to pass this thing, but we'll first of all convert to the string io because this is a string I'm getting. So let's do it. So string io, inside that I'm going to pass my csv text. Okay, now this will return your data frame. Now if you want to see the data frame, so df, let's try to print it. So guys, I got the data. You can see left hand side I have the text. Okay, right hand side I have the label. Now you can use this data for your training purpose. Okay, if you're doing fine tuning or whatever you are using, you can use this particular data. Got it, guys? So yes, guys, this how that's how actually we can generate any kinds of synthetic data. Now let's say you need any other data. Let's say you need for the name entity recognition. For this you can give another prompt. So let me give another prompt here. So this is another prompt. Generate a 5 sentence with entities in font format. Text a sentence here, entities. Okay, you can see different entities. Entities should be person, organization, local, and so on. Okay, so that's how. If you need for the text summarization, just give text summarization. If you need for the language translation, give language translation. Only you just need to change the prompt. Otherwise, all the code will remain same. Okay, and that's how you can generate the data as much as you can. Okay, and definitely if you're using OpenAI, it has some cost involvement. You can also utilize any other model. Okay, it's up to you. So yes, guys, this is all about. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much.